Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Star Wars Coffee, where in today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at the Boba Fett anthology film that was supposed to happen, as we've gotten new information as to why it got canceled. And it's not what you think it is about The Mandalorian Season 2. That's today here on Star Wars Coffee. So if you guys recall, back in, at this point, let's see what would it have been, in 2014, right? So this Boba Fett movie was supposed to be announced in 2015, along with the rest of the sequel trilogy and everything. We were supposed to get a Boba Fett anthology film, and if you guys recall, Entertainment Weekly's the main guys who does Star Wars over there, Anthony Bresnikan, wrote an article called Star Wars Producers Halt Unannounced Boba Fett Standalone Film. And we're going to take a look at that to get kind of our mind back in that era. And then we're going to take a look at this new information on why it got, completely halted. The Boba Fett movie has been frozen in carbonite. The film that was never officially announced is now, unofficially, no longer in development. So says close to the project tell Entertainment Weekly. A Star Wars standalone film about the galactic bounty hunter was being worked on by Logan director James Mangold, but that has now been backburned while the company focuses on the TV series The Mandalorian, from the Jungle Book and Iron Man filmmaker Jon Favreau. That series set to debut on Disney's upcoming streaming service at an undisclosed time next year, focuses on a character who wears a helmet and armor similar to Fett's, and the title refers to the warrior tribe to which Fett and his clone-producing father Jango belonged. Deadline Hollywood reported that news after film journalist Eric Weber reported that the project was canceled last night after interviewing Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy at an Oscars season event for Black Panther. Entertainment Weekly sources confirmed that the film about Fett, which has been something Lucasfilm has been exploring since 2013, is now not in active development. However, the possibility of a resurrection remains. The movie would have focused on Fett and the menagerie of bounty hunters who appeared alongside him on the deck of a Star Destroyer in The Empire Strikes Back. And it was originally being developed for director Josh Trank, who left the project amid turmoil and aftermath of his Fantastic Four reboot. Back in April 2015, Lucasfilm had even prepared a teaser clip of the Boba Fett film for Trank to unveil at Star Wars Celebration in Anaheim. But that presentation was canceled just a day before, as Trank's role in creating the film fell into question. The Mandalorian will be an original story set after the fall of the Empire and Return of the Jedi, and preceding the First Order in The Force Awakens. The only thing we know for certain is that the title character may look the same, but it is not Boba Fett. So how about that blast from the past? Taking a look at Anthony Bresnikan's article on Entertainment Weekly about the Boba Fett anthology film from October 26th, 2018. So you guys may be thinking, well, that's just great, but what about now? What's the new information? And here's the new information. In a lengthy profile on filmmaker Josh Trank, he revealed details about why he departed the Boba Fett movie he had signed on to write and direct literally minutes before it was announced at Star Wars Celebration 2015. In 2014, he was coming off of the success of Chronicle, was brought on by Disney to develop the Boba Fett solo movie, although at the time we only knew of it as an untitled Star Wars spin-off project. Lucasfilm president sung his praises in a public statement, saying, "He is such an incredible talent and was a great imagination and sense of innovation that makes him perfectly suited to do Star Wars." 1 year later, according to Polygon's report, word of the troubled production on Trank's 2015 Fantastic Four movie had reached Disney and Kennedy. No one had seen a cut of the film that would go on to become one of the biggest commercial and critical flops of the year. But hearing about all of the issues involving Trank were enough to cause Kathleen Kennedy to lose confidence in him. Trank explained that Kennedy and he agreed he should cancel his appearance at April's Star Wars Celebration, where he was going to share the first detail of his Star Wars movie with the world. At the time, he had tweeted he'd come down with the worst flu of his life. Days later, industry insiders reported he was fired from the project. Trank said in a personal statement that he had departed from it to pursue some original creative opportunities. Now, Trank claims, "I quit because I knew I was going to be fired if I didn't quit." Trank shared that privately with his managers, and he was done looking for work making blockbuster movies. At the time, it was a shock for the director to depart a Star Wars project in such a fashion, but since then, list of would-be Star Wars filmmakers has only grown. So, that is, that Fantastic Four movie just keeps biting us all. It just keeps coming back. And that is why we don't get a Boba Fett anthology film. Because the Fantastic Four movie flopped so bad that the director had to quit the Star Wars project knowing he'd get fired from that too. How about that? So, will we ever get that Boba Fett anthology film? Will we ever get a Boba Fett series? Who knows? I would say at some point they're going to have to, right? He's such a fan favorite character, and the lack of his use in the original trilogy only just eggs it on even more that it's a necessity at this point. While we have the Mandalorian, he's not Boba Fett, and we know that. And so we want Boba Fett. And so at some point I think they're going to have to give it to us. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below on the halting of the Boba Fett film and on if we'll ever get it. Thank you guys for watching. May God bless you and the Force be with you. If you enjoyed this episode, and frankly, even if you didn't, don't forget to subscribe. Do it! And if you want to help spread the word, please give this video a thumbs up and tell your friends to subscribe. Please check out the official Star Wars Coffee merchandise, and don't forget to check out all of the content playlists on this channel, including The Rise of Skywalker, The Mandalorian, and much more.